What's going on, everyone? Out here at the house a couple of weeks ago, I had a tree fall. You can see where I've been cutting the stump up to get pieces moved. I got some of the logs back there. I've already burnt most of it, but it took out my lean-to off the back of my shop. In doing that, of course, it got my boat, flattened the boat trailer. So I've got another one there that I'm working on rebuilding. But I'm getting ready. I ordered a kit from a place here local in South Georgia called Old South Barns. Old South Barns? Old Southern Barns? Old South Barns. Guy named Jesse Bolton. Called him up and said, hey, this is what I had. This is what I need. He set me up. I mean, literally, I pulled up. He called me, give him a deposit. He turned around and called me a week later. Had everything. I pulled up. He took a skid steer, put everything on my trailer, and handed me all the bolts and screws and everything, including all the tin that goes with it. When I say it's everything, the only thing that this kit did not come with that I had to buy was a new 1/2-inch drill bit, because these trusses, these wooden trusses that he builds, where they slide down on the 6x6 posts, you'll have to put a 1/2-inch bolt. And the longest 1/2-inch drill bit I had was like an 8-inch drill bit. And of course, to go through a 6-inch post and two 2x8s, you need over 10 inches to get out the other side. So I went and I bought a new drill bit. That was literally the only thing that I had to get outside of that kit. I mean, it's 4 trusses. This pole barn the original one was roughly 31 by like the old post, which you can see. I guess I'm gonna have to dig this up right here to the front edge of where the old post was right at 19 foot. So it's roughly a 30 by 20 lean-to. That's what this kit is. This kit is technically 32, could be as much as 34, but we're gonna go 32 because the way I'm gonna have to set these posts, I have a concrete pad right there. Well, I've still got some cleaning up to do, some old firewood. But there's a concrete pad right there that I guess the original owners of this place put that there to build to put his air compressor outside. My air compressor's inside the shop, so I don't necessarily need that. But after all this is said and done, I actually may move mine out here once I get this new lean-to put up. But I'm gonna go 32 because I'm actually putting the posts just outside the edge of the shop right there. So with that, I'll have my outer post will be 32 to the outside right here, same way right there. Forgive me for all the junk. But then of course, you know, I'll have a post somewhere about right here. It's just be right past this door, and of course right there somewhere. And then it'll run up 10 foot, and my 10 will be just under that. Well, out here, I'm gonna put my post somewhere between that 18 and 19 foot mark. So I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to dig all these out, just because I think where I'm gonna have to put my post is gonna be there. I'm gonna do a video and a little bit of us measuring that out and getting everything square, show how to do that, because I don't know if a lot of people know how to do that anymore. I mean, I get, you know, a lot of people would go, hey, I need a pole barn put up, or I need a lean-to put up. Here's my money, you do it for me. And I'm completely fine with that. Insurance actually paid for all that. So, but you know, I'm just one of those, I like to do things on my own. Sometimes I think it actually turns out to be more money to do things on your own. But anyway, that's just the way I am. I like to have the tools and ability to do things that I find necessary to do. Anyway, whole reason for this video is because I'm doing this. I had to have a new set of hole diggers. The only set I had were super old, came from my grandfather's farm, and they were falling apart. They were just rusted apart. So I threw them away because they were no longer any good. I went to 3 different places looking for a set of hole diggers, post hole diggers, whatever you want to call them. All three of those places didn't have them. I finally found some at Lowe's here locally. Problem with that, I find two problems with that. My shop's a mess. Forgive me for that as well. Still got to get this place cleaned up. Anyway, the post hole diggers, one, fiberglass handles. I don't prefer fiberglass, I prefer wood. One, I can treat wood. Fiberglass, if for some reason these were to get left outside for a weekend or something, that sun damage is harsh on fiberglass. I get a weekend, shouldn't do anything, but I feel wood lasts longer. I feel like it can be treated better to last longer. The other problem with that is, look at this. There is literally no cutting edge to this. I mean, none whatsoever. It is a round edge. So that's what this video is about, is actually sharpening the proper way, or what I consider the proper way, a digging tool. I mean, I've done the same thing with my shovel. In fact, I got a shovel I was just using out here. I can show you. This shovel was actually, I found it when I bought this place 12, 13 years ago, something like that. So the handle is for, could definitely be replaced, but it's still strong. It's crappy looking, but it's still strong. And of course, where I found it, it was leaned. There used to be two trees right out there. It was leaned up against one of those trees. And the tip of it, as you can see, is not pointed anymore. So I have sharpened this some, tried to clean up that little edge right there and make it somewhat of a sharpened edge. But what I'm going to do here, post hole diggers file, I could, of course, pick up the old grinder right here with a flat wheel on it. That would do good. I mean, like, it would be, if that's all you had, that would actually cut an edge, clean it up. But I don't necessarily like doing that because you can overheat your metal, and then when you heat it up too much, then you run the risk of chipping that spot out. So what I'm going to do is with a file. It takes a little bit longer, but I'm going to file this out until I have a bevel. And for me personally, I feel like, and I think the proper way to do this is, you want your bevel on the inside, not on the outside. Because if you put it on the outside, you're digging straight down. So you want this straight. This is your cutting edge. So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna start sharpening these. All right, so sorry for the wobble. My little foam mount I got here is a little snaky thing. But I'm gonna start, because this is a curved edge, I'm going to use the curved edge of this file. And we're just going to it's getting there, but you still got a long way to go, because like I said, these things are, I'd say probably a 1/16 of an inch thick. I'm gonna get it with the flat side so you don't get that thing. These are probably a 1/16 of an inch thick here, but they're, like I said, they're flat cut off. There's no, bevel to them whatsoever. So we're gonna work that in. And we're just gonna keep doing that, and we'll be back in just a second once we get closer to being done. All right, so now you can see we got a good bit better bevel there. Oh, sorry about that wobble. All right, so let's see. You can see that bevel a lot better on there now. Now it's not, it's not a razor blade, but what I'm about to do is I'm about to take this file, this is my axe sharpening file. And a lot of people don't know this, but they've got two sides. That's a fine side, and that's a little bit more coarse side there. So I'm gonna take this coarse side and get some of these heavy cut marks from this heavy tooth file, and just work this, with this side, this slightly heavier side, just clean it up. Get some of those file marks out of there. And then I'll flip it over to the fine side and hone it down. And we're not looking for a razor blade, but you can see how, is it gonna focus there? Let's see. See if it'll we're not looking for a razor blade edge, we're just looking for an edge. So we're going to an edge from this. This is just nothing. So we're building an edge on there, and that will help so much better. You run into a root right through it. So we're gonna... Oh, that's so good right there. That right there is as sharp as it needs to be, if not sharper than, you know, but just it's a good, fine, sharp edge. And these will work so much better. So I'm gonna finish this up. Hopefully y'all will come back. I'm gonna start trying to do a little bit of videos out here in the shop. I work all the time. I have a full-time job. I would love to be out here making 4 or 5 videos a week. But between a full-time job with mandatory or forced overtime and a full-time family, I mean, I've got 3 kids, wife, 2 dogs, makes things harder to do. But I figured that's a good way to show y'all. Let me see if I can get this flipped around. That edge right there will cut. That right there will do so much better than that right there. And hopefully y'all stick around, and I'll try to show y'all a few other little tricks I've learned over the years. And hopefully y'all stick around and we'll get that. I'll get some videos of us putting that up. Y'all have a good day, and I hope y'all come back and watch some more of my videos. Hopefully I can get some more out. Try to start getting a few more out here, a little more consistent. We'll see. Y'all have a good day.